Were you friends with Rickles at all?
Friends? No, but I met him.
Right.
And he totally Rickled me, you know, which I take as a compliment, but I would have loved to have seen if there was.
There was.
There was.
Yeah.
Because you were friends with him. Really?
Close. Yeah.
And he could like not be insulting for like a half hour at a time?
Yeah. With me, you know, when we're together alone or...
Wow. How'd you get to know him that well?
We were I paid attention to him.
That
was
liquor.
a good spit take.
Thought it was water.
I paid attention to him. I met him at a restaurant years ago, Tony's Taverna. You remember the Greek place up there? Going back to Greek. And
No.
we just became friends. He was irrelevant at that time. People thought he was dead. I don't think it was before the documentary, it was before the tributes and stuff. And because he lost his son, so I sort of, wedged myself into that. His son died very young. He was in for a routine. He had esophagus issues and had a routine operation and passed away at 32. I think he was.
Jesus.
But no, he could be. I would. Yeah. Do you remember his album Hello Dummy? It was his only one he did.
I don't remember him having an album.
Yeah.
I did see him open for Sinatra. I took my mother to see.
Where? At the Pacific Amphitheater?
No. In New York. It was at Radio City. Wow. And Sinatra, it was 1995. My father had died 4 years earlier, so it was very, very emotional for both me and my mother because they had seen him when he was pre-famous because he was from Hoboken. They were from Cliffside Park, the next town over. They saw him sing in New Jersey at the Rustic Cabin, the first place he ever sang. So, and then, my father had just died. And so my mother was apprehensive about even going, but I said, come on, let's go see Frank Sinatra. And Rickles opened, and, it was 1995. Even then, pre-woke, the band, you'd see the band guys, like the black guys in the band go like, oh, Jesus. Don't trip on it. Because he was still doing, and the black guy says this. And,
is he laughing?
And it was just like, it was a little past its expiration.
In 95?
Yeah. A little bit. That was, look, I started Politically Incorrect in 93, and that was a reaction to too much political correct. So political correctness, we didn't quite call it woke yet, but it was the same sort of movement towards stuff that was, you just don't say that.
Right.
And, a lot of his stuff was, was right on the edge of...
Yeah. I mean, he wouldn't last now. He would...
No.
One time I called him out, we were on the Tonight Show together, and he... And I said, you go to one of Don's shows and he'll say, the black over there singing the Old Man River and the Asian over there looks like a beaver eating a chair, and the Mexican over there going, can I get you another salad? And the lights go on. There's no black guy there. There's no Mexican. There's no Asian. He's just doing it. 95, I went to the Pacific Amphitheater. My father was my hero, and he loved Sinatra. Turned me on to Sinatra when I was a kid. Turned me on to the Rat Pack, and you want to do. My dad was a very humble man. Tried to buy him a new car. He wouldn't. Nothing.
Really?
I worked at his restaurant, a fast food restaurant. Here I am taking over the interview again.
It's not an interview.
But it was the same tour. And Rickles was opening up. I didn't know Don then. I'm at the I wanted to meet Sinatra, so I put the word out to Tony O and all these people, and I said, if Sinatra wants to meet you, you'll know. I'm like, how am I going to win my smoke signal? Like,
that's awesome.
Rickles goes on. Intermission. I'm at the Pacific Amphitheater with my mom and my dad. My mom's drinking it.
Really?
Yeah, she liked to drink. And I get this book, Tony O, Mr. Rickles, I'll see you now. Mr. Sinatra, I'll see you now. We go back, take pictures with him, and my dad is standing off to the side. I say, Dad, get in here, Frank's gonna. And the pictures I'll have is like Frank's bossing around the photographer. Do it this way, do it that way. His hands going like this through the picture. Dad, come here. And he was like, no. And Sinatra looked at him like, either two things. You fucking out, you don't want to take a picture with the great Frank, or you're the coolest motherfucker I've ever met in my life. You don't care about, you just want to see your son. And I think that's what he felt. That was my dad.
Wow.
So the show, if Sinatra ends, and he gives it, he was older then, and doesn't leave anything on the stage. And then I go, that's a real, me and my dad had this moment where we were both sort of tearing up, and we looked at each other, like this. But it was that great moment with my dad. Rickles comes on and introduces people in the audience. Tony Danza was there, whatever, so and so. John Stamos. He's probably in the cheap seat. He's probably up in the grass. In fact, he's probably smoking grass. Sinatra grabs the mic from Rickles and goes, "Smoke one for me, Johnny." My dad's there. My mom.
Really?
It was a great moment. Yeah. It was that same tour, '95.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, my memory of it was not as great because he was drank during the show, was half in the bag.
Right.
His son was the conductor, and he belittled him
Yes,
from
right.
the stage.
Yeah,
Did he do that at your show?
I think so.
I felt very bad for the son.
Right.
And he also couldn't get through some songs.
Did he have a teleprompter?
7 large screen teleprompters all around. My friend Tom Dreesen, the comedian, he always took credit for that. I'm not saying it's not true. Maybe he said, "Frank, you know what? You could keep going longer if you just got a teleprompter." And then Frank had them apparently all around. Like you couldn't look anywhere without seeing. But he, like songs that he hadn't been singing his whole life, like Mac the Knife, he had just started doing. And I remember he started it, stopped it, started it, stopped it. Oh, the shark bites with those, cut it, what is it, the teeth, dear? Whatever it was, it was like he had to really have known it from, in his bones from memory.
Right.
If he went New York, he could go New York. That's probably the next word there, but yeah.
He was pretty good when I saw him. I had the Jan and Dean, who were, adjacent to the Beach Boys. Played with them.
Jan and Dean.
Jan and Dean.
What did they sing? Surf City?
Surf City and
Surf
Two
City,
and,
here we.
Little Lady from Pasadena.
Okay.
Dead Man's Curve.
So they're the group that people hear on the radio and think that's the Beach Boys, but they're not.
Yes. Brian wrote Surf City.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh,
his
well,
dad
that
was always
explains
mad.
it.
And Dean sang on Barbara Ann. He sang Barbara Ann, the high part on there.
Barbara Ann, yeah, that's the Jan and Dean?
That was the Beach Boys.
Oh,
but Dean sang on, was part
that's
of it.
That's a great one, Barbara Ann, yeah.
Dean was went to school with this guy named Barry Keenan, who kidnapped Frank Sinatra Jr.
Oh, I remember that. Well, I don't remember it, but I remember seeing it when it...
I did a podcast, it's the only podcast I've ever done. I did 10 episodes on it because I became friends with this guy through Dean, this guy Barry Keenan. And he recently killed himself at 93 or something recently. But the story's fascinating. My fault. Mostly my fault.
Another beef.
I talked to him. Yeah. See?
Even 90-year-olds. They're like...
Stamos, if enough people tell you you're drunk, fall down. Anyway, so I did it. You should listen to that. You like it. It's a fascinating story about how he, why he kidnapped Frank Sinatra.